Hello, everyone. My name is Ksenia,
My name is Lili.
and we have a very special guest tonight joining our slumber party.
Hi, I'm Tasya.
As most of you should know by now, Tasya is a very special guest, as in Tasya is our resident. Woohoo!
Yay!
Woo!
Our one, only, and very special resident, and we wanted to use our can't show our slumber party at Shella before our anniversary to talk about the event and properly introduce our resident and chat with the resident that's been with us since day one a little bit.
Aww.
It's so weird to have someone else here with us.
I feel starstruck.
Yeah. Is that really
I can
the
stand
DJ
out.
Tasya?
I can stand
In
out
the
as a
vest.
friend.
You
No,
know
she
I'm a
best.
sucker for this vest.
Okay, as an icebreaker, let's start with the most burning question. What music genre would you cancel from the club forever and ever and ever? Like, what should never be played in the clubs ever again?
Techno.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
she's not kidding.
tech
Okay, I'm not
house.
kidding.
American tech house.
American tech house. I agree with that fully. Ban it.
As a local American, I say can be banned.
You have the full right
I do have the authority as CEO.
of
You have the
everything.
authority, exactly.
And how about deep house, Lili?
Oh my god, don't even talk to me about it.
Only at the after hours.
Deep house is allowed?
Yeah, I think like music like this. I think it can have place, but not like in the club. Like when you're in the comfort of your house.
Privately.
Listen to
Right.
a deep house. When you're deep in your
Alone.
house, you can listen to a deep house
As deeply as possible with the windows closed.
with headphones on.
Yes.
Silent party.
Yeah.
Have
No, I
you
was-
seen those videos from the silent party next to the National Theater?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's exactly how people should listen
Mr.
to.
Stepan was playing.
For them?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So
That's-
it wasn't deep house, okay. Can you imagine?
Terrible. My
His
worst
second
nightmare.
persona is actually him playing deep house at silent discotheques.
Surprise.
Would you have a silent discotheque at Kant? Like if it ever moved somewhere else, like to the
Could you
garden?
imagine you enter and
garden.
it's just like you enter the building, it's complete silence and you just hear people fucking and it's just silence.
Yeah, like
Or
personally,
it's
just
like
noises. Yeah, and it's like in SpongeBob when they walk, it's like squeaking.
The part of my dreams.
I would never allow a silent disco at Kant.
Oh my god, next Kant theme, SpongeBob.
Don't tempt me.
Square pants.
If you were to be any SpongeBob character, who would you be?
Any what?
SpongeBob character.
SpongeBob character.
You have watched SpongeBob,
I did.
Cultures, thank god.
I think SpongeBob himself actually.
Wow,
Wow.
diva. Okay.
Star of the show.
No, because like he's very adventurous, a little dumb. Yeah, but like
And he has a very memorable laugh.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And what about you, Lily?
Probably, I don't know, a mix between Patrick and Squidward.
I see the Squidward in there.
Definitely like cunt. You
I
know.
can see you under a rock for some time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, like I'm just picturing, the most iconic picture of Patrick.
Yeah, definitely.
No, not with the wooden thing on his head when.
No, on
No.
heels with
Yeah,
the
with the black
fishnets.
Oh, the canton.
That was me at burlesque.
Canton part, Patrick.
So maybe we should talk a bit. We talked about at the beginning that we're talking with Tasya before our anniversary. Our anniversary, if you can't remember, haven't seen anything on social media, it's the 28th of June. So it's next week. Planeta and Pluto, as always.
Yeah.
Should we-
Don't
should we
put
talk about who's
pressure on
playing?
me.
We can talk about who's playing.
Probably you didn't see the date on the poster, but
Yeah.
you did see the
So
names.
sorry, you guys.
You did see the names on the poster.
It went through a lot of people too before we realized that the date. We posted it, and I looked at the poster, and I was like, "Oh no, there's
Yeah.
no date."
We were just mesmerized with how beautiful it is and how perfect it is. And
Yeah.
how like our graphic designer just did the most incredible job. Like,
Speaking of our graphic designer, we do want to shout her out. She's amazing. Helena, thank you so much for helping us and making our dreams come true and our vision come alive. You killed it with this last poster, and we're so happy to be working with you.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, enough is stupid stuff.
I love you.
Suiting for anniversary, but still, we have our dear friend and an incredible DJ coming. Her name is Nasra. Be prepared to shake your ass. It's gonna be very energetic. It's gonna be very fun. I'm super excited. Tasya will be starting the party off. Are you ready for this? It's the first time you're opening for it, our event, right? Our star.
I'm very excited about opening it because I can also like stay without stress there and just enjoy it and see how people see it actually, and not just be like
No panic.
But if you ever want to play in after hours, you know, our decks for you are always open.
Always.
Always. You know it.
We also have our lovely ladies taking over Pluto. Matarubia, our good friend Shania, and New Magic Media, Adina, our love.
Yeah, we already heard the dancey stuff from Adina. I'm really excited to hear more of sexy, sensual vibes in the smoosh room.
Yeah, I know that she can deliver for sure.
For sure.
Like without a doubt. Yeah, you may have just heard it. The playroom is called the Smush Room.
If any of you get the reference, you probably know where we're coming with it. And the theme for this the dress code is going to be Jersey Shore. Have you ever watched Jersey Shore, Tasya?
no.
I knew it.
We had
I
a
knew
feeling. I was hoping, because like I remember it on TV, and this is how I experienced it. I just like my first experience of watching someone clubbing was like watching people on Jersey Shore, and also the TV show Club, of course. Those two things have really shaped my perception of what clubbing is. So I was hoping that maybe you saw at least like screaming people on your TV and like fist bumping when you like switched to MTV, and that was what's happening there. No,
I
damn
haven't.
it.
Well, I can give you a little rundown.
Yeah, and
Please.
this is our
Jersey Shore is my life. I actually I actually spent all of like 6 months, I think like last year, watching all of it, and they're actually still going right now. So it started in, let me check.
I think it was like 7 something, no?
I feel like it was earlier than that. 2009.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so Jersey Shore is this American reality TV series that pretty much follows like a bunch of like girls and guys in their 20s, and they like pretty much scout a bunch of what we call Guidos and Guidettes. And they're just like over the top Italian Americans that are just like super tan, super buff. They're all about clubbing, you know.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely like people who are now in their 20s. You remember those like girlies going to the clubs on high heels, tight dresses, like neon,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
big,
Massive
jewelry, like
sunglasses.
hair like puffed up on the like here like a parrot.
Hairspray and rhinestones.
Yeah.
Like, so they started in 2009. They're still going currently. They did like the original Jersey Shore, and they had like a bunch of characters. They have like Pauly D and Ronnie and Vinny and my favorite JWoww and Snooki and Dina and Sammy, and there's a lot of them.
That's
but
a lot of
they-
people.
It
It is a
is,
lot
and
of
they put them
people.
all in a house, and they share like 2 or 3 bedrooms, and they have one room that they all share communally to fuck.
Yeah, it's called Smushroom.
It's mushroom.
And the thing is, like, as far as I remember, they didn't really know each other before. Like, they kind of all know off of each other because they are like in.
They're all from like
circles.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
So
but they didn't know each other, so they just put 20-year-olds that really like to party and go really crazy when they go out clubbing in one house, and started following them with the cameras. It was, I think, like one of the first that type of a reality TV show, and it was actually reality. Like it was. It's not fiction. No. It's like they would put them in some like situations, maybe to like push the narrative, but it was like actually them just following people. Then when they became more popular, it was more difficult, obviously, because like people would follow them around. But originally, it's like actual reality.
Wow. And like they were paid based on how much drama that they like created. So it was like really like these people that made the most drama made the most money. So like if someone was cheating on one, like they really push the drama because it's the more money that they would make.
That's insane.
Yeah. So this is like pretty much the whole series is just a bunch of people in their 20s getting fucked up at the club and being menaces, and it's beautiful.
And
it's really beautiful.
Crazy how big of an effect it had on like pop culture in general, like the way people would go out, the way people would drink, the way people would dress, like Kardashians later affected the pop culture. That's what Jersey Shore did, and they like. But before that, it's like crazy. Like the fact that I remember watching it on the TV. That's how like big it was, and I remember like those characters and insane.
Wow.
Insane.
Can't get history lesson. History, culture, anthropology, all in
culture
one.
Historians over here.
We're here to educate. Most importantly, about real topics. Okay, you guys,
Real
Jersey Shore.
culture.
Yeah, so we have some different characters that really like you can embody. So when we say like the theme is Jersey Shore, we're thinking super trashy. Like just think like Y2K, club culture, like boots with the fur, things like this, you know, exactly.
Like neon, cheetah prints, very big.
Like
chunky
any animal
jewelry,
print,
like very screaming and loud outfits are super welcome.
Yeah.
And
like the more atrocious, the better.
Exactly.
Like if my jaw is not on the ground, like you're not doing it right. Like it needs to be bordering like, ooh, you know?
Camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also just a general advice, the less you wear, the better, because we looked at the forecast and
it's gonna be hot.
it's going to be hot. Even with the fixed ventilation, still it is going to be very hot. So consider that so you'd be comfortable while being around. After all, that's like a big priority while going clubbing. For me, at least.
I'm thinking about what to wear, and you know, like this is so easy. Like it's not easy. It may seem difficult, but really, even if you are, you know, more mask presenting or whatever, like any cool shorts and a terrible t-shirt, even a wife beater.
Oh my God!
You know?
If you can find,
like
if you can find an Ed Hardy t-shirt or something like this in any of the like second hands around Prague, that would be the best choice. Like this is like the brand itself is just the representation of this like time in the culture.
I also have some really terrible t-shirts if you need to borrow something. I have one that says "We the people are fed up."
Oh,
yeah, it's bordering, you know. Like I wear it here and everyone's like, "Oh, cunt." I wear it in America and they're like,
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, not that way." And then I have another one that says "Suck it up, Buttercup." It's very nice.
Yeah, so we will definitely post the mood board and inspiration for this dress code if it's still is not really clear for some people and they need visualization, which is valid. Some of us are visual learners. It's okay.
I get it. Like I truly get it. Like she went through and she was asking me, she's like, "Okay, Lily, like let's look through this mood board. Tell me which ones you like." She's swiping and I'm like, yes. So there should be plenty for you to choose from. Like
Definitely.
Really. And we understand it's hot, you know, it's me on the door, so if you explain your situation to me, sometimes I can be gracious.
That's the teacher in you, I think.
It really is. Like,
Giver.
yeah.
The educator.
I was born to educate. My mother would be so proud.
Amen.
What are other important things? Oh my god, I cannot speak today. Important things.
Important things.
11325. What's happening with me? Yeah, maybe let's go over prices. We are doing pre-sale this time, so everyone can secure their tickets for a lower price. And then for now it's like I think 300 plus the RA fee. And on the door it will be 350 before midnight and then 400 after. So come earlier, stay later. Especially because we are preparing something very special for you for the beginning of the event, for opening of our smoosh room.
Our lovely ladies that help us at every cunt. You know them. You love them. There's always a line for them. Teru and Rita have something very special planned, so make sure that you put it in your schedule and try to come because it's gonna be great.
Just the only thing that I promised our lovely ladies to mention is that consider that any performance that you might see can be very emotional and for some people triggering. So if you think that it might be too much for you, maybe skip it and come slightly later. But if you're fine with seeing a little bit of submission domination play and some bondage, then definitely come earlier and enjoy the performance with us.
Next.
Okay, done. What's next on the list? What? Okay, listen, let's ask some stupid questions.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Maybe we can do a little breaky break.
Yeah.
A little breaky break. Should I start?
You can.
Yeah?
Start with number one.
Tasya, what was your introduction to clubbing?
Ooh. I think I remember when I went to this. I'm trying to like differentiate because I started going to concerts first, and I didn't like electronic music at first. Like when I was 14, I started going to like hardcore concerts and and post-hardcore and stuff like that, and then just like gradually. And it wasn't this like the only club in my hometown that was very like it was the nicest place ever, and then it closed. But then a friend of mine introduced me to this guy who's like, oh, I'm about to open a club, do you want to take photos there? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so for like 3 years I was taking photos in this club, and it was like something like more commercial in terms of like you just walk around with a DSLR and with a flash, and it's much more like, oh, a group of people and stuff like that. And that's how I got introduced to clubbing, and then I started DJing there, like just casually.
Tasya said, move over. I've got skills.
No,
Knocking on the light with, hey, what you got going on there? Hey.
What do you need me to do? I can do anything that you need. Photos, you got it. Lights, you got it. DJ, you got it. Are you good behind a bar?
That's actually one thing I'm very bad, or like I don't know, I wouldn't be able. I think people behind the bar are actually like the most hardworking people of the night because everyone else have like they can focus on their one thing and they don't have to talk to anyone like if they don't want to, and then the people behind the bar like at the counter they're the nicest people, but then at other parties like some people will talk to the people behind the bar like shit, and I'm like, I would never, like, I want to be paid 1,000 crowns per hour for this. So thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service. What would we do without you?
I'm just mentally unstable enough to find this like to see it as a little game, you know. So it's like fun.
No, that's good. I think it's important. Just like I want to learn how to make cocktails, but I can't imagine myself like talking to 10 people I don't know within a range of like half an hour.
Yeah.
Ksenia has a special talent for ignoring people. It's really magical. Like, honestly. You could stand there, she'll have 20 people in front of her. They could all be saying Ksenia, and she'll just stand there.
Mommy.
Yeah.
What can I do? Like, I cannot speak to everyone. They
Exactly.
have to deal with this. At some point, you learn it. Like, at some point, you learn that you cannot rip yourself into 10 more people and just, like, serve everyone at the same time and clean the dishes and be like everywhere. You just stop giving a fuck to some extent. Of course, you want to do it fast and you do want to do everything, but you know that you cannot do more than you are physically able to.
I mean, you're also not being paid to socialize.
Yeah.
You're being paid to make drinks.
Yeah.
Well, it depends where you work. Like, it's a very big part of hospitality, socializing with people. I think like a lot of people that do and like bartending or work at events forget that it's actually a very big part of your job is knowing how to talk people in a nice and or not nice way. Like sometimes you really need to be mean in a way that is clear that they should stop acting like an asshole or something like this. And it's a skill, and it's a very important skill that you need to learn. It's not just about making drinks. It's not just about, I don't know, counting money or like any other job in hospitality or like at the entrance in the club or anywhere else. It's about learning how to interact with different people. Some you may not like, but it's not up to your liking, and you just need to know how to communicate with whoever. That's a very interesting thing to learn that I enjoy, like about my job the most, for example.
Wow. Huge slay.
Yeah, epic. Wow, babe.
Purr. Yes, mama.
That's so
we're like, okay, pride, let's say all of the words.
We're like, this one, that one, that one.
Per mega slay.
Who's the house down?
Boots with the fur.
I see some questions that you already answered. We were going to ask you what was your DJ awakening, but you already said what was your DJ awakening. Was it like you started enjoying it right away, or was it just a job first?
No. I really liked music, but and then I hated everything around it. And so my first like public DJ set was pre-recorded, and we just pretended it was like with me and my bestie at the time, and we just like pre-recorded, and it was like Caribou mixed with Justice mixed with like I don't know like.
Wow,
Hadouken,
you did Boiler Room before. It was Boiler Room,
basically. And then we just like pretended to like DJ, and that was awful. And then we got weed as a payment, and I didn't take drugs at the time, so I was like, well, that everything about it sucked. And we asked our friends if they can stand around the table and cover us so people don't see that we don't mix. And so that was but then that kind of like faded out, and then I moved to Prague and I started DJing again, and the first party I played was actually a party called Estrogan made by Ida Elastic in Volkova. That's now a Twist, and that's how it all started, because I was going to like lots of parties that play like where lots of super talented girls played, and they play like post club stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like that's super nice. So yeah, so that's how in short.
That's the fact that she started with pre-recorded set is
I mean,
like so funny,
right? Now with like three players in a rider, I'm like,
we're growing.
There is growth.
From post-hardcore and hardcore to pre-recorded sets
to post-club. That's natural evolution.
To Kant resident, wow.
Full circle. Do you want to read the next question? You want me to read it?
Well, you don't see from there anyway, so I think it would be easier. Do you want me to hold it for you?
You can also like touch it, I think.
Yeah, I'll ask the next one. So I actually had her write this one down because I was curious. Obviously, before cunt, what is a party that you, or like an event that you really felt safe at?
Ooh. Well, the thing is that, and I realized that clearly at every party I go to with my more like family-looking friends, is that because we live in a very patriarchal society, and because I look more butch to other people, I realized that I experienced very little harassment, like sexual harassment in the clubs, because I look like a dude to dudes. So like, and I realized, so like always, I rarely experienced things that happened to me, but then I saw so much stuff happening to other people. But like the safest, I don't know, like, I mean, of course, like at lunch meet, but I can't, like, it's not a party, it's a festival, so it's like there is a different audience there. I don't like Repeat is also a festival, but like parties. I'm trying. I think like maybe like something smaller. I think smaller, like of course Estrogan things by KSK that Martina does. Parties like Whiskas. I think I visited only like 5 years ago a couple of them, and I think like the ones that are very subculturally or genre narrow in a way, like those felt the safest to me, because it's like a bunch of weirdos who are like,
Same thing.
who like the same thing, and so you're kind of like, you know each other basically. And then I think at first I wanted to say Hoar, and when like I don't know 5 years ago, and then I remembered, I was like, the first impression was like, oh, it's so nice, but then you remember everything else, and I'm like, okay, I won't.
About the weirdos and the music, I feel like in a lot of ways the electronic music scene, especially the niche one, really reminds me of like the hardcore scene and like post-hardcore scene, because it wasn't like this mainstream rock music. It was more niche, and you felt so safe there. Even though you're surrounded by big like tattooed bearded dudes, they're still super like protective and like super safe. Except for when they are on the stage, Well, it's pop punk, sorry.
No, I remember I was like hit in a mosh pit. I was taking a photo, and then I was hit like by someone was doing this like helicopter thing with a leg, and I got hit in my guts, and I just like I fell down. I couldn't breathe for like a very short while, and I remember like 4 guys running towards me to like put me up, and then like 3 of them were like, the guy wanted to leave, and then they called him. I'm like, slay. To like those 3 birded
incredible
men, I'm like,
the days.
Yeah, but that was also like some time ago. But I think like there's a thing with those smaller genres, because they can't like financially profit as much as like huge things that play at like festivals that have 100,000 capacity. So they're just like, why would we make all of those things around, and why would we invite all of those people, half of whom we don't know, or like most of whom we don't know? And so it's I think like the smaller communities are the best ones for me, like safety wise.
I agree with that. Agreed.
Yay, safety. What actually, how do you like judge the event safety wise? Like, what are your ticks when you enter? You're like, okay, this is off, I feel not safe because of this and this, or like they have this and this is like great.
I like this might sound judgy, but I think I'm fine to say this.
You can be as judgy as you want
What
here. That's why the show is
slumber
happening.
party stays at the slumber party.
Exactly. You all can keep a secret, right?
I don't know if there are like, I can think of like specific red flags, but maybe like I can think of green flags. And to me, the best green flag is when the door person, when the person on the door is not like a cis white dude, or when it's not like 2 like security people who look like they want to like fight you. And so that to me is extremely important.
Preach. We were literally discussing the same thing yesterday, how it is important to, even if your role is like security or someone, to be approachable and don't look terrifying. Like, yes, you need to be scary at some points, but like you don't need to scare everyone. Like, why?
It's not like I don't like this, and some people at the door, they like to like establish this authority from the very beginning, but to so many people, like this power imbalance is so, like, to me personally it would be like, I don't want to feel I want to come to a club and feel like we can talk on the same level. I don't feel like I want to be like, oh yes, miss, please let me in, like, oh, I deserve this. I like, come on, we're all people, and I think, and unless it's like a drunk guy or like someone, it's like you don't need to talk to everyone like I don't know, like you hate them. I think it's so important to be welcoming to the club, especially nowadays.
Yeah, if you want people to treat you back respectfully, you need to treat them respectfully first, because like they will not come to you and ask for help if you look aggressive or if you treat them aggressively. Exactly. They will not share some information with you that they would have. Like, it's just also the experience of club. Like, if they will probably act better inside the club because they respect you as a human because you were nice to them,
Of
and not
course.
because they're scared of you.
Of course. I mean, if that's your first reaction when you come to a club, and you're scared, or you feel like you need to pass a test, then I don't feel like it's a good start of a night for people in general.
That's if we assume that people generally are nice and they are like coming with good intentions
Yeah,
and not
of
assholes.
course, of
Because
course.
like sometimes it feels like there should be some more like strictness and pressure on people in a sense of like we have the standards that we ourselves are acting by, and we expect you to be on the same level, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like like being from above. It's just like, come on, we expect something from you on this level because we act like this, you know.
Like, it's really shocking, you know. Like, as you may know, we've talked about it before, I work on the door, and I try to level with people, you know. Usually I run through the rules, I go through the safety stuff, and I talk about the no photo rule, and, you know, like, these people look at me, I'm like, there's absolutely no photos allowed inside. You know, like, we're here to make people feel comfortable, don't do it, keep the sticker on your phone, and they're like, yes, 100%, yes. I would never, ever.
I
And then
swear
I
on
get
the
off
Bible.
my shift, and I walk into the listening room, and I'm standing there, and in the background of their video for like 5 seconds, I'm standing there, I'm like, hello? Like, what the hell, you guys? And I'm like, delete it. Like, what are you doing? So there really is, like, you know, this kind of, we want to be able to trust you. And we've even talked about it with our own party. Like, the self-policing thing. Because for us, like, it's not fun for us to sit here and go around and be like, put your cameras away. Don't do that. Don't smoke on the dance floor. Don't do that. Like, we're not your parents. You know, like, we don't enjoy it. But
We are all adults, like.
exactly. So if I ask you, I'm like, hey, these are our rules. Don't do it. I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. But if you don't follow it, then I'm going to tell you.
Or we will just have to ask you to leave, and this is like not fun for anyone. Who wants to deal with this during the night? Like, come on,
Please, you guys.
you understand? Like, we are all people too. We want to enjoy the night. Everyone just want to chill. Like, let's all just chill, you know? Like,
The
just
people
enjoy
that
the
are
night.
working are tired.
Yeah, like people are tired. People have been working the whole night. Or the whole day setting up the party. Everyone just wants to listen to the fucking music and relax. Why does it have to be stressful for someone? Just, you know, let's coexist and respect each other, and then everyone will have a beautiful experience. I feel like we say the same thing every time we have those talks. Like,
It's just like,
over and
just be
over.
nice, you guys. Like, fuck. Like, fuck. I'm sorry. Like, even me, I've had this experience where, like, I can be a cunt. We know this. Especially if I'm provoked, you know? But I try to be kind, especially on the door. And especially with, like, serious stuff. It's safety. Like, we care about your safety. And there'll be people that are just so rude. And then I'm like, you're done. Like, I hate you now. Now I have a problem with you. Like, I won't act on it, but in the back of my head, I will always despise you.
But
Like,
always remember,
there's
like,
just
we
no
have
need to
really
be
good
rude to the
memory, you
people
know.
that are
Sorry.
serving you know, like, and it's like the same thing that we were talking about, like bartenders. Like, why are you rude to the people that are serving you?
Also, we have access to your drinks. Like, come on. Why would you, like, why? It's like the same as messing people in the kitchen. Never.
Yeah, of course.
They have access to your food. Why
Yeah.
would you do this? Like, I've heard horrific stories. Like, the stories that you, like, people that don't work in gastro here is nothing comparing to what we people who work in gastro know. So, like, why would you want to mess with this? Like, it's just your safety. Just be nice. Speaking of safety, while we're on this beautiful topic
We
of
love
safety.
safety.
For the anniversary, we are upgrading the sensory corner to a sensory room.
Wow.
So you will have more practices to try on your skin. But it comes with some changes. It's not going to be unsupervised like it was before. I will be doing wax play, and I will be bringing my whips to do some impact play. So if you would be interested in this, you will find on the map where the room is going to be. Stop by. It's going to be working the same way it works with Shibari. Like 20-30 minutes, like around that per person, and some time for aftercare, and then you can change, so it's going to be like kind of line based, but we will have our helpers making sure that you're not missing your turn. And then the same goes for like both impact play and temperature play, but there will be a corner where you can do the wax play, and like temperature play is always by yourself. Just be mindful that besides you there will be some other actions happening. And as always, please be mindful of wax on the floor. Thank you very much.
Please.
Please.
Because you know what? I respect that you guys tried, but there was no reason for you to bring a candle in the middle of the nice carpet and pour it black wax on the carpet because you stained it. This is unacceptable. After we've already had 2 conversations about it, you guys. 2. Like, jeez. Not again.
The teacher came out like,
You guys.
But yeah, I do want to talk something like a little bit, kind of goes into our safety. I guess not. Like, it's it does. But we came out, if you follow our Telegram, we came out with a forum, like a feedback forum. And we got some feedback. So this goes along with the playroom about people being on their phones. This is something that I'd like to bring up a lot now. We didn't see very much happening in our last event. In our Halloween event, it could have been different, but we want to remind you that the playroom is not a place for phones.
like at all.
Like, you don't take out your phone for anything. If you need to be on your phone, you need to leave the playroom.
It is for playing. It's not for chilling and laying down and being on your phone, for sure, 100%. If you want to chill and be on your phone, you will be able to do it in the garden. The weather is allowing us to do it this time. But
so now there's no excuse.
Yeah, like...
Don't ruin the playroom for other people that are trying to play.
Thank you very much.
Anything else with safety? Maybe since we're kind of talking about, we'll have the sensory room instead of the sensory corner, we can talk about some other things that are happening. Like, we'll have, last edition we didn't have a photo booth, but this edition we will have a photo booth again.
It will open later in the night, we will like post a proper, let's say, running order timetable for all of the activities that will be happening on our Telegram, so you can kind of know at what time what's going to be open. Because of us moving the sensory corner into the sensory room, it's not going to be open the whole time because we cannot leave everything like unsupervised, so it will be closed at some point at night. So you don't miss the fun, you don't miss the photo booth. Keep an eye on our Telegram. We will post it ahead of time, so you don't have to take out your phone that much during the party. But definitely be ready to pose and get some pictures.
And bring cash, because we've upped the price. We've upped the price now. It's $100 per photo. It's a Polaroid photo that you get to take with you. If you allow us to, we'll scan it in. If you don't allow us to, then it's all yours. Your dirty little secret. You can be as crazy as you want. You can be completely naked. You could do anything that you want in this photo. It's just between us. I promise I'm good at keeping a secret. But yeah, so bring cash. It's cash only, and we'll be opening usually probably from 3 a.m.
The Shibari artists, as always, will be in the playroom. We are not moving them anywhere. They're staying in the Pluto. And as usually we do it for 3 hours from midnight till 3 a.m. So keep an eye on them when they're free. Enjoy the view, because it's always a very beautiful, not a performance. They're not doing a performance, but it's a beautiful scene to watch. Mm-hmm.
And we have some other things happening.
As always, little games, little secret surprises. Yeah.
Exactly. And, we've mentioned it last time, but I'll mention it again because I was talking to someone recently at the club, and they were asking us about how they would love to come, but they, being around people that are drinking, and they didn't know. So they didn't know we do have non-alcoholic options for cocktails.
Yeah, our bar has non-alcoholic gin tonic. We have lemonades. We have caffeinated drinks. You can get whatever. Miu Miu, sponsor us, please.
Please.
Let's do business.
I'm pretty sure, 75% of the reason why I work at this club is for me only.
For me. Working here for the drinks.
I really, no, really. Like, if they were to look at me and be like, Liliana, like, we're so broke. We have no money to pay you for shifts, but we can pay you in cola.
Just give you a crate of cola for a month.
Like, and I don't even need to take it home, you know? Like, having it here, whenever I'm here, it's enough, you know? Like, it's good for me. What's next on our list? Yeah, we've got like 15 minutes.
Incredible.
Actually, we have more like 10 minutes or so.
Well, then let's quickly run through some stupid questions. What was your gay awakening?
Oh, yeah.
Like for me, it was
Oh,
watching
I know.
like Shakira and Britney Spears in like early 2000s, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
That was like a mix of it was seeing Shakespeare's Twelfth Night in the theater. I think. Wait, is it the one where with the brother?
Pull that shit out.
Britney Spears, Shakira, Shakespeare, bitch.
No, like wait, I don't
You're
remember
like
if
Beethoven.
Tchaikovsky. No. No, I don't remember if that's the one with the brother and the sister Olivia, where they kind of like she dresses as the brother, and then the girl falls in love with her, thinking it's her brother, blah blah. So that's like half of it, and then half of it is Numi Rapace in both the Sherlock Holmes movie and the Girl with the Dragon too.
Yeah.
I guess.
So yeah, I think.
The Shakespeare is just wow. I did not.
No.
I expected like I understand why. Like when you explain, yeah. But like, what's your gay awakening? So Shakespeare, guys.
No, but it's funny because in the pause, I was like, I came out and I was angry, and I was like, this actress, she doesn't know how to act. Like she's so bad, etc. And then I was like, and everyone in the class was like, what's up with you? Like it's okay, it's just like a mediocre play, but it's fine. And I was angry for like 7 hours, and then I was falling asleep. I was like, this was terrible, that was awful, I hated it. I was just like brewing with like negative emotions, and then I was like, ooh, I'm gay.
So maybe there is a pipeline from
Hate-
theater
hatred
to
in the
gayness,
blood.
literally.
No, it is so gay. Like
Happy
Shakespeare
Pride.
is so gay, and theater and like theater kids. It's just
Yeah, like theater was my shit since like very early childhood. Thank you, mother. Like, yeah, I am cultured, but also gay.
yeah.
She was trying to educate me, and well,
She did too much, maybe.
Hey, you know. She passed it down. We're all about educating.
Dear
Super
diary.
serious. Big business. Big business.
Like, I wish it would roll out, you know, like.
It's
like
actually a
into-
5-hour version.
Who is your feminist icon in the scene or like in the industry?
I don't think there is a single person, or maybe there is, and it's Mary C, who is like basically one of the first people in the scene who started talking about like female or like or not only like started talking about rights and like feminism and like music within the context of feminism, but also like started creating spaces for women and non-binary trans people to like gather and play weird music and just like explore it and just like camp together. I think like definitely her, but also as in the beginning my first reaction's not like one person, even though Mary Sam maybe is, but it's more like a collective. I feel like every change needs a collective change, and so I think like just like as everyone I mentioned earlier, like Adina, Martina, Ida Elastic, back then it was also Veronica, Rupert. All of those women, they paved ways for us, I think, also to play with music, to center women and non-binary trans people. And I think like them, I think it's like the collective action.
And do you feel like there is a glass ceiling kinda for all of us in this scene, or is there a way to like be like taken seriously and like considered on the same level as the usual club.
I'm
Night.
afraid is that because everything revolves around capitalism, right? So I'm afraid like as long as we're marketable, we can be given like space and like money and all of those things, but and which like people like capitalism tends to like use queer culture and women rights and all like feminist as like also marketing weapons. So as long as they can use us, yes. But I think like while the majority of decision makers are straight white men, it's just like there's definitely gonna be some amount of like, oh, it's harder for us to get to those places because they will always prioritize men, like just because they are conditioned like that. And then there are like, of course, there are men who like think about, oh, we need to make space for other people, but I still feel like I don't know if Kant or if any of the parties I mentioned could exist on like a, I don't know, 1,000 people scale, which is like totally fine.
Like honestly, like it's not for me. Like having these massive, like kind of bigger scale, like for me, it's not as intimate. It's not as safe. Like no matter what, like with that many people, there's less like energy and which is unfair. It shouldn't be like that. If you're throwing an event for that many more people, then you should have the same amount of attention given to these people.
Yeah.
But it does tend to fall away, and it does tend to get lost in kind of, like safety and like feeling.
Well, I think it's also
secure.
especially like in Prague. Like coming from a very big city, the scale of events for like the smaller, kinkier communities is like around 1,000 people, which is here is a huge event for like it's a big rave,
like 1,000 people from Prague. I'm like, this is every single woman I know.
Yeah. So here,
I'm like, oh wow.
Like I sometimes struggle with like adjusting my mind to like seeing events as successful or unsuccessful in the sense of Prague, because like what are the numbers here? That's realistic. Like how many kinky, open-minded, women, non-binary people you will find around Prague that will be willing to go to Vršovec on a Saturday night and explore their sexuality. Like probably not a 500. Like I have a suspicion it will be less.
We wish.
I hope it will be. No, I mean, but
let's
like
turn all women kinky and ready to explore.
Yeah.
You never know until you try, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, you should give yourself a chance. This is why.
And even if you come and it's not for you, like
you just
no
listen
hard
to
feelings.
sick ass music.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
Cassie's like, yeah. That's my set. Cassie's like, I'm opening. Don't forget it.
No, because I'm the least kinkiest person I know, but I still love and respect what you do, and I think it's super important. And also there is sick music, so like to me that's, and like it's all, you don't see men there, which is,
and you're
it's
not
already
forced
a
to
great
be
party.
kinky. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like it's not a BDSM party. It's a play party where you can explore. That's it.
I have a point. No. Please, mommy.
Yes.
No, I just wanted to say that Kant is the first. I played a couple of like sex-focused parties, and I was like, I would play my set and leave. And Kant is the first party with that focus where I also felt comfortable as like a very like romantic, vanilla person. I'm like, yes, like I'm just like, which and we know that's the thing. Like we can coexist, and those things don't have to like cancel each other out. They're just like, this is the party where all people are comfortable with each other, and nothing is in your face, which to me is very important.
I think for us it's like most important is to just give the room to explore.
Yeah,
like we're not forcing you to go and sit down with our shibari artists and to be tied, but they're there for you in case you want to do it.
Or
and the wax and the sensory corner is there
in case you want to do it. And it's also like a thing where you can explore your boundaries, as in, am I comfortable being around it? Am I comfortable looking at it? Do I want to be somewhere else? Do I want to just like cuddle next to it? Or no, I just like, I cannot like imagine like being next to it. It's like a lot about exploration of yourself, and this is why we do it. And this is why we've done it for a whole fucking year. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're so incredibly blessed. It's time to get sappy as we end our show. We try to avoid it, but we are really so grateful for all of you that come. and that support us, and all of the DJs that come and play with us, and our artists and everyone that we've worked with. We really appreciate you helping us build our dream in our community.
Yeah, we're super thankful to see all of you at our events and do it for you, and you coming to our events give us an opportunity to do something that we love, and this is like incredible, and we're super thankful for it, and we're super thankful to work with some cool DJs. Oh my god.
And Tasya,
it was like a dream to book Tasya, and it happened not once but multiple times. This is crazy.
no, we made a joke. We're like, what if Tasya becomes our first resident? And then we like said, we're like, Tasya resident. And like, yes. Yes. Dreams are coming true.
Literally.
But
thank you so much for tuning in.
You can catch right after this our lovely residents set that they will play for us.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Tasya. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, cons.
Thank you for coming to our slumber party. And we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
Bye.